Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to another Tuesday night stream. We're playing Oxygen Not Included again, continuing on with the colony that we started last time, and things are in a bit of a precarious position right now. When we left the stream, the end of the last stream rather, we had set up something for our geyser in order to be able to produce water for our pump down here in order to pump it up for our electrolyzers, but in the course of interrupting the flow a little bit with some polluted water, things got a little bit jammed up in here, and the water didn't flow through the way I expected. We got a good surge of water initially, but then that kind of dried up. We have to go back here and try and clean up some of this mess so we can get the water flowing back through again, because in this game, the water doesn't mix. Polluted water will stay completely separate from clean water, and it acts as a bit of a barrier and stopping it from getting through. So we have some cleanup work to do there, but in the meantime, we got a bit of a CO2 problem. We've had lots of CO2 buildup down here. Now, the pressure's not very high. It's only around 300, which isn't bad. But we kind of compounded that with some other issues where, because we weren't producing oxygen out of our electrolyzer system, and we ran out of algae for our algae deoxidizers, and we ran out of coal for our generators, things started to go kind of off the rails. Consequently, our air quality is not so good. We have some low concentration air up here that they can still breathe. I did manage to get some more algae, so we have a little bit in there now, but we're going to have to do a little prioritizing. We don't have ideal pressure anymore for our mealwood, so our food is going down. We're at 49,000 kilocalories. Stress is at like 100% for a couple people. Into the 90s, 80s, 70s. We've got tons of stress laying around. Now, they should get that all sorted out ultimately as we kind of get things cleaned up, but we're kind of riding on the brink here a little bit. This could tip either way at this point. If we don't get things taken care of, then this CO2 will certainly make a mess of things as it continues to span up into the base, and then they won't be able to breathe, and oxygen should be a problem. So, funny enough, we've got lots of polluted oxygen out here. So I guess technically they could run out here into the polluted oxygen, have a nice dirty breath of air, which they may end up doing if they don't get enough oxygen, but we're kind of going to be in like full-on repair mode to start off here initially. So here's my plan. First things first is we need to try and get oxygen pressure back up where it's going to be a little bit more useful. So I'm going to focus initially on getting some algae. We'll feed that into the algae deoxidizers, and that'll produce some oxygen pressure in the middle of our base. As this pressure increases, you'll see the CO2 will drop down towards the bottom again, because the oxygen up here is at like 384, 350 something. It depends on what tile you look at. We're in the 300s, some places 400s. But the CO2 is also in the same place. So if the O2 rises, it will push the CO2 back down. It will squish it back down in the lower space. We still have an air scrubber down here, but it doesn't have any water feeding to it. So we can't get rid of the CO2 at the moment, but we can squish it down. And that's what I'm going to do to try and get control of things. Then our focus is going to be on trying to clean up this water down here so we can get water flowing properly back through to our water pump. In the meantime, we have a little bit of power being generated down here from our natural gas generator. It's not a lot, though, but we do have some. And that will feed up into the line. We'll to give some. We'll have to keep an eye on our coal power generators because we're super low on coal at the moment. We need to try and get some of that. So it's going to be kind of a little chaotic at the beginning. And with all the stress that's running around here also, there's going to be stress vomiting, as you can see happening just now. People are going to get upset. They're going to be breaking things. We've got water spillage. What is all this water on the floor from? I don't even know. So, it's going to be a kind of a trick of balancing between people throwing up everywhere and making a mess, trying to get the air we need. But up here we do have some algae. I was very blessed in this particular seed spawn where we have algae galore. It's just a matter of going and getting it. So things are not that dire. I think we'll be okay. Red alert in the basement. In the basement? Where? Oh, I went right by. In the basement. In the basement? I don't see a red alert. What am I not seeing? Oh, we got a tiny bit of water, but it's dirty. Oh, that's going to break our electrolyzers. That'll be good. I don't see any red alerts here in the basement. I think we're okay. So, we got a little bit of work to do, but I think we'll be okay. So, up here, I want to prioritize this because I really want them to go after this. Actually, hold on. I just leave this all at 9. We'll get them getting the algae first right away. Let's get our air pressure back up, and that will be good. So they can start doing that. While they're fetching that up there, I do need somebody to come down here and clean up this. Now, I did set that at a priority 9, so this is going to take a second fiddle, but set this at an 8, and we'll clean up in here. And then we're going to have to dig this out because the cold temperatures down here actually ended up freezing the water that was going through the pipeline, which is kind of neat. And not in a good way, but you know, it's kind of cool that we could actually get it cold enough, because when it comes out of here, it's at such a high temperature, like 45 degrees Celsius, and it managed to turn to ice down here, which is kind of cool. I mean, when we look at our temperature overlay, I'm actually a little bit surprised that the hot water coming in here isn't having a bigger impact on the cold biome and warming it up more. I was expecting it to cool down as it passed across, but not to the degree that it is. So I'm not sure if that's because of some tweaks they've made in the game, or if I just didn't anticipate how much cooling would really happen off of this gas permeable tile. But either way, it's kind of working out in my favor, aside from the little frozen spot. I do have the chat overlay on, and I thought it was working. I don't know why it's not working now. Hold on. Oh, I know what happened. Okay, so yeah, no, there's not going to be chat overlay tonight. I forgot I removed it when we were streaming the other night because it was stuck frozen, and I forgot to add it back in. I spent like 30 minutes setting up before the stream, and I didn't even notice that my chat overlay wasn't working. I just noticed that in the app everything was going fine. So there won't be a chat overlay tonight, unfortunately. So I'll have to make a point of maybe kind of calling out the things you have to say, question-wise, and that sort of thing, and then hopefully I'll get that all sorted out for the next stream. It's always something, I tell you. Okay, so we have that dealt with. Let's get this done as a priority 8. We'll dig this out. This is going to cause a little flow of water, but that's okay. I want to get some mopping done in here. They're only going to be able to go so far in here, and that's going to be a bit of an adventure. We had a bug at the end during the stream the other night where they got bouncing around on this ladder and wouldn't go up or down, and just kind of got stuck there. Oh, looks like the air pressure here is recovering. Yeah, we're getting some blue in here now, and you'll start to see the CO2 drop down, which is good. How are we doing in terms of materials? So for organic, we have 3,800 kilograms of algae, so they'll last for a little while. Not super long, but a little while. And then hopefully everything will be good. I tried turning it on and off again. No, it's not even the app. I actually removed the overlay because it was kind of a nuisance the last time in the stream when it stopped working. When I switched games and started playing... Oh, come on. I just cleaned up that mess. Okay. Clean this up, please. Let's get a 7 on this. Mop up the top surface here so we don't dump more dirty water inside. I really should just dig up the ice that's here so that it doesn't cause any issues, because if this ice melts up here, it's going to melt more dirty water down into the area. They're so happy to be playing in the cold water. They all get hypothermia, and then they start sneezing and everything, and stress is staying nice and high as a result of that. Hi, RNK235. Glad you're enjoying the videos, and that you could make it to the stream as well. Yeah, we have quite a bit of CO2, but it's actually not that high pressure. I mean, if you look in here, it's only like 400, 500 kilograms. 400, oh, sorry, grams. If it was kilograms, that'd be tons. Well, not literally tons, but it would be a lot. But it's okay. We have clean enough air in here that they're doing okay. Now the sleeping quarters are going to be a little messy for a little bit, but that's okay. I can make this work as long as we keep air in here, because they just need a place they can run back to breathe is all. Okay, so we have that mess cleaned up. Let's set a priority 7 on this stuff. We'll get this digging done so we don't get any more dirty water falling in here, because I don't want to keep mopping up the same dirty water over and over again. Our food calories are dropping pretty quickly. We're at 34,000 kilocalories. I do have somebody making microbe mushers, or sorry, making lice bars with a microbe musher, so that'll help a little bit there that way. I did turn it back on. I had it shut off for the longest time because we got up to like 145,000 kilocalories, and I'm not sure it was a function of spoiling or if we had a binge eater go nuts in there and eat for a while. Which I suppose could be the case. I didn't realize that they would actually get to the point where they would get full and then stop eating, but I don't know. Maybe they did. Okay. So, we actually have clean water up here. That's strange. Okay, so let's mop this up at a 7. Let's get this whole upper surface here clean if we can. And then we'll go down and start mopping this. The tricky part is going to be whether I can clean this out. I might actually have to get it to flow down farther, closer to this open end where they're not running through the water, because they don't seem to like going in the water for very long. Even though they could technically breathe in here because their head would be stuck above the surface. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. It's not. We'll get through this. Oh boy, look at this. He's sick and he's an ugly crier. I feel really bad. Oh, I was gonna throw up. I thought he was gonna yak there for sure. Okay, we got some of it cleaned up. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we'll get... Okay, this here we can cancel now, because this is actually fresh water. I'm good with that. If we can clean this up, it might actually flow down far enough for us to pump just a little bit. That'd be novel. Oh, and then they're going off to bed. Where is this fresh water leaking from? Oh, it's the crying. I didn't realize there would be enough that would actually be visible moving through the colony. And poor Jonathan's so busy crying, he's not even going to bed. Poor guy. Oh, look at him. He's so sad. He's so sad. And with a crazy spiky hair, too. And he's cold. Now he's cold, sad, and tired because he didn't sleep at all that night. Wow, that's not good for him at all. We'll have a moment of silence if the colony dies. Yeah, I think we'll pull through, but it's just going to take a little bit of work. Things are really, really messy right now. I didn't leave it in a good state. I spent so much time looking over at the gas generation, the natural gas generators and stuff when we were setting all that up. I wasn't paying enough attention to what was going on in the core of the colony, and that's maybe just a small, tiny little bit of oversight. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Look at it. Even the plants in here are stifling now. I should probably set this door to open, but I can't even... They're not even feeding anything into this algae terrarium, which would help a little bit with the pressure in here. Maybe I should increase this... I'll increase the priority on that. We'll use a little bit of the algae we're harvesting to boost the algae terrarium, because I'm a little concerned about how low the food is getting. And if we can get this running in here, it can maybe help clean up the air a little bit. What are they doing? I thought I sent them on priority 7 down bottom there. Oh, let's check the priority on these. Yeah, so that's 9. That's 9. Okay, good. Still riding at 100%. Faithless Angel's the next highest at 91%. It'd be nice to get that taken care of so they stop puking. Yeah, we're actually going to have to mop some of the clean water because in order to make our way through to this dirty water, we have to kind of get everything out of the way. And actually, I wonder if I can mop just a little bit from the upper surface here. I don't think I can, though. No, they don't seem to want to do that. So it looks like it has to be actually on a surface in order for them to choose to mop it. Yeah. So they won't mop it where it's floating there. I have to get it to move down. And if I can't get it to move, then we might have to get a little creative. We even got some polluted water, little pockets sitting in here. I didn't get a chance to deal with this and kind of block it off. I was hoping I could actually get things flowing through here enough that it would never really build up that high back there, but apparently hope is not a plan. Now he's cold, sad, and tired. Yeah. Last year at high school? Oh, my goodness. Or I guess school, not high school, but he did give me a tiny bit of water. A little bit. If I could maybe seal them into a room with the pump, then maybe they just cry their eyes out and we can pump that into the system and give everybody some oxygen. Tier-based oxygen. It's the latest in innovation. Isolate the dupes according to their faults. That would be funny. Yeah, well, they mop on surfaces, but they won't mop like in the air. I need to get rid of these ladders. Why are they still jumping across these things? This makes no sense to me. They've got a perfectly good usable floor, like right there. Just go use the floor. Oh, sure, they do that right away, but they won't come down here and mop. Okay. They just don't like the dirty jobs. I think that's what it is. Oh. Or it could be that those are priority 5 and they're doing other things in favor. Oh, another night. So at least he got to go... Jonathan got to go to bed tonight, at least. That's a good thing. Now, are they sitting in CO2 right now? Not too bad. Okay, so we've got a little bit better air pressure here now. The CO2 is staying below this floor, at least. No power. Oh, my gosh. I'm out of coal again. Oh, no. Okay, that's all phosphorite. We've got a little bit of coal hiding in there. That's iron ore. That's no good. We've got little bits of coal here mixed in with this iron ore. Look at all this algae. I mean, I have algae for days, but I'm going to need power. Our gas generator is not producing a ton. I mean, this one down here is running relatively steadily, but it's just not enough to power my whole colony. So I guess I'm going to have to try and grab a little bit of the coal that's sitting up here. Iron ore. Sandstone. Igneous rock. Threw a rock at him. It was a big rock. All right, I'm going to go dig in here maybe. I've already been mucking around with polluted air and chlorine and everything else, so we might as well just get right into the mess of things here. I'm going to send this ladder over. And we'll dig out everything in here that might be coal. Now, it's mixed in with some iron ore and stuff in here. And they may not be super happy about mucking around with the morbs. But they'll just have to deal with it. Can we pump the dirty water to the bottleneck to into a quick water purifier? Yeah. Well, the trouble is again power. So because I'm kind of balancing that need for power. Things are getting a little mucky. So this dirty water will all flow down here where I can deal with it if I can just get it to not have clean water in front of it. It should move past all this. So if I can get this swept up here, then we'll start to get into a place where we're cleaning this water, and we'll get this fresh water that's behind it, and then we won't even have to use a pump. By the time they built like a water purifier and a water pump and all that kind of stuff, not only does it consume a lot of materials and power, it would take a lot of time, and of course they're going to puke in it. Why wouldn't they puke in it? They need to puke in it, of course. Absolutely. Come on. About the places they could choose to stress vomit. It had to be there. More stress vomiting. Oh, they're puking all over the place. I feel bad for them, but they're going to have to get in here and clean this mess up. Oh, look at them scrubbing away. Come on, everyone. Clean faster. Oh, they're not even getting ahead of that anymore. Oh, look, it's coming down. We're getting fresh water in here now. Oh, we're going to have a flood. Can I even build in here now? Let's find out. We're going to have a bit of a flood in here if I don't get this taken care of. Just start mining all the green areas for polluted oxygen to get lots of it CO2. Well, I mean, I'm getting enough oxygen in here that things are... I don't know. I was, but now I don't have power. Air is still holding out, though. Who's working on the... Oh, yeah. I should probably prioritize this a little bit higher than cleaning up down there. Oxygen's going to be kind of important. Without power, we're not going to have oxygen. Although we are getting a little down here, at least. See, this thing too is also pumping CO2 that we're producing down here in our power generation. So I'm producing power and producing more CO2, which was supposed to be going to the scrubber, but of course the scrubber's offline at the moment without any water. Come on. It is flowing though, at least. We can just get rid of the dirty water. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we're getting some clean water past the dirty water. If we can get this down to the pump even, just for a little bit of a surge, that would be helpful. It's just got to go a little farther. It's just like a little bit more. Stretching out there. Ah, oh, come on. Of course they puked in there. Clean this up. Well, Angel, so far we have a lot of puking, a fair amount of CO2. Our power's offline because we needed some coal. So I have some people working on that, but they really don't walk well on top of those ladders anymore. They used to zip across those things like they were floors, and now they actually stumble on them. I guess they didn't like us using that particular effect. Yeah, get out the fidget spinners. Take care of the stress. We've only got 2 people at 100%. I guess that's something. But there's no power, so the massage tables won't work. What about this thing? I'm going to set priority 6 on this. We'll get somebody running on this thing. We'll get a small amount of power out of that. At least enough that maybe we can power these massage tables. Maybe. Everybody's running to the bathroom. Don't they know that they can't use the bathroom? There's no water being pumped into it. Everything's not working right now. It's all going downhill. Elijah, no, I don't watch Skystorm's videos, actually. Are they good? There's so many people on YouTube, it's hard to say that you kind of keep up with everyone. Oh, look at this. We have water now, but now we don't have power. Because, I mean, you know, who wants power? Let's cancel this. If I can get them to clean up down here. Let's set this at the same priority as we set the stuff up top. If we can get them to clean up this dirty water down here, then we'd have clean water for our pump, and things will start to work again. Once we get power, of course. Okay, now I can cancel this. Cancel that. There we go. Okay, we have a little bit of water there. Oh, wait, we gotta clean up this. Somebody mop this one up. Mop that. Priority 8. No, not that one. Just that one. Come on. Cancel. There. Mop that one up. Okay. I think now we've got a flow of water. There's a little dirty water there, but that won't be an issue. At least not for now. I can leave that alone. So we've got water. Now power is our next priority. We have someone running on the bubble cats on the treadmill. This gives us a little bit, but not much. It's enough to produce power for the oxygen generation at least, so they're not going to suffocate. So that's good. They'll survive there for a little bit. Oh, yeah, they're stress vomiting. They're peeing all over the place. They did manage to get some coal out of here. He's playing with the morb up top there. There's a little bit of coal, so our coal generator should be going now. Yes, it is. Excellent. Which means our pump is going, which is good, which is sending to the scrubber to clean up the CO2. It's sending up to the bathroom so they can finally use those. These need to be cleaned up because we pumped dirty water up into our electrolyzers, which damaged them a little bit and left some dirty water on the floor. But if we get that cleaned up, then we'll get air going there. We're turning the corner now. You're just doomed once you fix one thing, there's something else wrong? No. Well, I mean, this game is kind of all about there always being something to do, right? I mean, if you didn't have anything to fix, then I guess it would get kind of boring, right? In theory. Let's mop this up before somebody decides to go down there and let the dirty water back in. Where's all this? Oh, the ugly crier again. Those ugly criers definitely make a mess. There's no lie. Okay. Things are balancing out okay. It's for the moment we've got good air production starting again. We're already starting to get some good air pressure in certain pockets in here, so that will help out. Man, they burn through that coal fast. Fortunately, I think there's more up here. Yeah, there's more coal up there, so at least they can still get a supply. They'll have something. Hi, Stuff and More Stuff. Welcome to the stream. I have the overlay off, so you might not see right. Yeah, sorry. I have the chat popped out separately, so I'm trying to keep an eye on that. But I don't have the chat overlay going on the actual video. I just have it as a separate window for me to see. When I was setting everything up for the stream, I forgot that I had turned it off last time when we were playing Ark and everything kind of went downhill. If they keep updating the game, I don't think Oni could ever be boring. Yeah, I don't think so either. I actually really enjoy starting new colonies. I have probably 5 or 6 colonies right now, and I use them for different things. Sometimes I use them for, like, if I'm going to do a tutorial video, I'll use something that I'm not using in a stream or what have you. Some of them are just games that I've been playing around with to test different things. So, yeah, I mean, I have a ton of fun with the game, and I don't think I'll get bored of it anytime soon either. Okay, water is flowing well here, but this again is going to dry up because we've again got a situation where we've got some polluted water in here. So let's get this swept up, or mopped up rather, from this end of things if we can. So that at least when this geyser goes off again, things will be at least clean. Somebody's going to get scalded when they go down there. Hate to be the person who gets that job. Yeah, you know, I noticed that before you yelled at me. Yay! How could someone go through life without a single taco? I don't know. Tacos are so good. Tacos. More stress vomiting. We've got a food shortage. Wow, we ran completely out of food. Huh. How about that? Are these refrigerated? Refrigerated, sterile atmosphere, refrigerated, sterile, refrigerated. Yeah. I must have a binge eater. Who's a binge eater? Who's the dirty binge eater? Diver's lungs vomiter. Ugly crier. I think we have a few ugly criers in here. Destructive. Oh, that's pig rider. Bubble cat. Vomiter. Angel of Darkness is a binge eater. What's Angel's stress at? He's 73%. Yep, so Angel, thanks very much. You ate all our food. Good going. Angel of Darkness gobbled up all our food. We had 146,000 kilocalories of food. When we started this stream, we had 30-some-odd thousand, almost 40,000. And now, we're at 0. Because, I mean, who wants food? I should probably switch this over to making mush bars for now. Ew, gross. We're going to have a bunch of sick duplicants with diarrhea and only 2 toilets. Oh, wait, we have more toilets, I guess, now, because they can use these ones. Which is good. They can produce some polluted water, I guess. I guess that'll go okay. I'm not even going to get a chance to get over here and do this. I'm going to leave this for now. No, cancel. There we go. I'm going to cancel all this mopping for now. We'll leave it be. I think the fresh water can flow past over top of it. As long as it can keep doing that and keep this fed with water for a little bit, then we'll be okay that way. For now, I should probably try and stay on top of the stress and see if we can get that back down. Because otherwise they're going to keep puking, which keeps building stress and making... Oh, somebody's breaking something. I heard smashing. I couldn't see where, though. Yeah, Angel's trying to kill everyone again. She's out to collect souls. Hi, Sadrina. How are you? What is getting broken? Oh, he's breaking the wheel. Aw, that wasn't very kind. We kind of need that. Power's already a bit of a challenge. Oh, they broke both the wheels. Because why, why would they want to have power? We only need it for stuff like oxygen. Shh, who needs that? All this mealwood is ready to harvest too, and they're not harvesting it. Why are they not harvesting it? Is it because I set them so many jobs that were higher priority than harvesting that they're just not doing it? I guess that could be it. Okay, coal is, where's our coal? Consumable ore, coal 3,340 some odd kilograms. So that'll last for a little bit, a very little bit, because we're burning through it fast. I swear that the coal power generators consume more coal than they used to. It's not my fault for giving you souls as payment, and those now you gotta collect your own, you're gonna eat all the food and try and produce some of your own. They're supposed to actually auto-harvest the rice, or the lice, but they're not doing it. I guess maybe because I had other things set as a high priority. Steam's condensing on the slime on the walls and making more polluted oxygen, or more polluted water. Yeah, I really do need to, I need to get this kind of taken care of. I mean, this is clay, so this isn't slime. That's algae over there, and this down here is clay and algae. So there's not actually anything here that should be making polluted water. Unless we've got a little bit of leaking coming through the gas permeable tile, which again, shouldn't really be the case. I don't know. Maybe I just need to... I should probably just take care of this whole works. Try and get this whole... Well, if I dig in here, I'm going to risk a leak. Let's go like this. We'll see if we can actually convince somebody to go down here, risk their life, to build a way into there. And we'll see if they can actually build a floor in there in a way that will help to protect the water so we don't get that gross condensation. And I would like to seal this off, too, eventually. After a colony self-destructs, we need to do another Taking All Dupes colony. That was fun. Yeah, we should actually do that. I could see it being more of a challenge now. Because if you get stuck with like 3 people that are all binge eaters, you just have to take one. Because if we're taking one all the time... Oh, look at this mess. So, CO2 is at 500 and change. This is at 1,000. So this is going to continue to squish down, which is good. We do have our scrubber working here finally, which is good also. So it'll help clean up things down here. Now we're producing CO2 down here at the same time, but ooh, which reminds me, when I get this other generator going, we're gonna have a serious CO2 production going on. Pinch of pepper plants. We need some more stuff for the pinch of pepper plants. I forget what the recipe is that we need for that pepper bread. I think we might actually need sleet wheat, which we should probably get growing soon. Otherwise, we're not going to get a chance to get it to go, because it takes like 18 cycles for sleet wheat to grow. I guess we could dig all the way out here. If I put some sort of a door here, then I might be able to keep this area over here cold enough that we can grow some sleet wheat. I'll deal with that, I think, after we get power well stabilized. Let's try and mop up things. Get rid of anything that's producing polluted air. All this puke that people have laying all over my colony. Let's clean all this up. Stop with the pukey mess, and then that will help their stress also. It's already down to 89%, so we're recovering that way, which is good. We do also need to do some sweeping. Get rid of some of this. we get things tidied up, then their stress will improve. They won't be running at 90% anymore, and then they'll be all a lot happier and more efficient, hopefully. Good luck with the food. You're getting hungry again. Yeah. Oh, sure. Wait a minute. Is that sort of a backhanded good luck from you because you're hoping some souls come along your way? Is that what you're looking for? Yeah, the Hell Tube Challenge was fun. That colony got to be really, really crowded. Like, really crowded. I actually kind of had fun with the snoring one, too, because it was a little... As we started to get a few more duplicants, then we would have had to space them out more. It's just a shame that they came so infrequently. 20,000 meters is only 2 million centimeters, or something like that. Yep. Stress is going down. Yep. Very slowly. It's getting there. Feed the hatch to get coal. Yeah, well, we have a whole bunch of hatches here. So the trouble is, every time I put materials in here, they end up... I dump them on the floor for the hatch to eat, and then they go and they take it. So they take it and store it back in a container. So I can do that a little bit. I can put some... I don't know. Let's fill this up with... Why didn't that check off when I did sandstone? There we go. We'll fill this with sandstone. So they'll transfer some from these storage containers into here, and then I can dump it on the floor for the hatch. We also have a hatch down here that's eating fertilizer on me, which is not ideal, considering I'm spending power to produce fertilizer, but it could be worse, I guess. We have another hatch up here also, if I could feed him. And actually, this is probably the better hatch to try to feed, because I can enclose him. If I destroy this statue, then I can build a door here, and then we can use a storage container in here, and by locking the door, they won't constantly go and sweep it up on me. Oh, they're all so sick. They're all running around in the worst kind of air, or lack thereof. Starvation 2. Ooh, who's starving? Oh, robotic wolf. Wait a minute. Why is nobody producing... Where's my power grid? So this branch of my power grid that goes up here should be supplied with power without any issues. I'm working one pump, one scrubber. The musher... Oh, gosh, I got this going, but this pump's off. I shouldn't have power issues down there. What is going on? Is this not... No, this is definitely producing power. Have I got a broken wire somewhere? This transformer is getting 0 power. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the power from this generator is not even going out into the larger system. Oh, boy. Where's my power line? Okay. This is producing 800, which is enough to supply these. And this. And still produce some surplus. So I actually don't need this here anymore. So what I need to do is actually switch this around the other direction. So these transformers only allow the flow of power in one direction. So all the power I was producing down below there was actually being completely wasted. Well, I mean, it was being used to power those systems down below, but it wasn't actually going out into the larger system to be stored anywhere. And I don't think... I can't rotate these, of course. Why would I want to rotate it? Okay, I'm going to need a floor here for this to work. Let's put a floor in here. We'll dig this out. I should prioritize this so that we can try to get some power quickly, because my colony is going to starve. Of all the things, I got all the oxygen sorted out, and they're going to wind up starving to death. Even though... No, we don't have any food there. Oh, my goodness. Don't starve, everyone. Work fast. Work fast. This is a different clay game. It's not supposed to be don't starve. Okay. Wait, power. Transformer. We want... Okay, hold on. I got to deconstruct this. Get rid of that wire. Come on, people. Work fast. We'll get this power transformer sitting... Oh, that's a really awkward placement. Hold on. I'm going to put the power transformer in here, but I need to make enough space, so I'm going to run the wire through the floor. For the regular electrical wire. Oh, this is just ugly. It's going to end up powering the door, which is going to waste another 120 on me. All right, get rid of the door. We don't need it right now. Deconstruct it. See if Caitlin takes the big plunge down. Oh, no. I thought she was going to destroy the door while she was standing on it. We'll run the power into here. We'll get the transformer set up right here. And this time we're going to go backwards. We're going to send the power into this outlet, and we're going to use heavy watt wire to go from this one into the power grid. And I should probably prioritize that at like a 7. Because they're all starving. We've got 3 of them that are starving now. Oh, okay, the musher's working, so they are getting a little bit of food production, but not enough. They need more. More power. I can give Angel your soul, huh? It does matter which wire you put on which side, only because of the direction I want to go in. Oh, no! Robotic wolf! They're all sleeping. Where's a... do I have a medical cot? I don't. Alright, so we gotta sweep. Gotta sweep robotic wolf. If somebody would... Okay. So, I know if you have a medical cot, you can send them to the medical cot, but I feel like I should be able to send them into the rejuvenator. So maybe I just need to assign them in here. So Robotic Wolf, we'll assign them to the rejuvenator. We'll see if someone will go pick them up. Yes! Where'd they go with... There we go. Whew! Crisis averted for the moment. Still, they are starving to death, so that's... I don't know how much that's going to do. We got tiny bits of food going. Starvation 8. Oh my goodness. No restrooms. 94%. If all this food... There we go. The food's starting to spring up so they can finally start harvesting. Good, good, good. Okay. So we've got some source of food at least. That was close. I think they're all going to die. We might still... things are not good. Incapacitated. Wait a minute. Now we got Get Low Dudes incapacitated. Let's set them up down here. Dr. Get Low Dude. I can't change priority on these medical pods, so hopefully they treat it with a certain amount of urgency. Oh, did they get back up? Somebody shoved some food in their mouth and they got back up off the floor? Is that what happened? We have 800... Oh, we had 800 kilocalories. This food's at 96%. It should start springing up soon. Oh my gosh. We do finally have power flowing through this grid again, which is good. I think. Let me just double check here. No, it's still showing 0. This thing's producing 800 watts. It's using 240, 360, 480. It should be sending power up here. Oh, wait a minute. And there's another pump down here. 486. Yeah, no, of course not. 720. So there should be like 80 watts going up here. But it's not. I'm getting no power at this top area. This is all self-sustaining, which is great, but I kind of wanted to supply the grid. That's no good. I need to muck around with those a little bit. Let's get... Yeah, the hatches are worth 2,000 kilocalories each. So I guess worst case scenario, we could actually... we could kill a few of them off. Lunch. Like this one down here. How badly do we need that one? Attack. We're going to take out this one down here. It's been eating all of my... all my fertilizer anyway. Just got captions. The converter only goes one way. It should go the other way to feed into the big line also. Like it's a single direction, but I should be able to send from smaller wattage into higher wattage using this thing. It shouldn't only be high watt to small watt. You know what? What I really ought to do is just... Let's just go direct wire. What do I even care about the I don't care about the decor down here. I might as well just go straight to the heavy watt wire. Just swap this whole thing out and plug it directly into the system. There's... No! Duplicants died! Chris Cornell! No! Chris Cornell has died! Again! Ah, poor Chris. We knew him well. He starved to death, I think. Starvation. We've just got 2 more people that are starving. Robotic Wolf is back in the medical chamber. Oh, she's just jumping in and out constantly because she's dying. That's not good. Look at all this food we have now, though. Chris Cornell died like the instant before we managed to get all that food. That's a shame. Yeah, it may very well be that I need heavy watt wire on the generator, but it's only producing 800 watts of power, so it shouldn't really be an issue because the small wire carries 1,000 watts or 1 kilowatt, so it should be able to handle it. But I don't know, maybe it just needs the higher watt wire now. I'm gonna blow my circuits? Not really. I have everything already separated with all these little power transformers, so I don't really have to worry. As long as I connect power directly into this main line, it should be okay. IX, yeah, I know you want to dupe in here. So does Golden, though. I mean, at the rate we're going, we have 5 people starving still, so we might have room for a few duplicates at the rate here. I'm just glad we got this sorted out. So we got water again, sort of. It's looking a little dirty. But we do have water. Theoretically, this supply should continue. Although this geyser is producing far less than any other geyser I've worked with. I don't know what the deal is there. Let's prioritize this down here because I want to get this sorted out. Give me what I need down here, please. And then don't even worry about deconstructing this business. I don't care about this anymore. Why was it gathering that? Oh, there's a little bit of algae in there. I guess that might have been why. Huh, who knew? Why is the food beyond reach? Because they don't have any. They have some now, but if they don't have any food, sometimes it'll say food beyond reach. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. I mean, our oxygen is dramatically improved. I mean, between our oxygen room pumping up here and then these little algae deoxidizers, we've got like a good supply of oxygen in here. Now it's really just a matter of balancing out our power needs. And I might actually need to try to make things a little more power efficient in here when I finally get around to doing stuff with it. What is going on here? Oh. Alright. I guess it's... For some reason I thought that was just stuff like piled in front of the compost bin, but I guess that's the compost bin itself. This guy's eating well, too. They still didn't attack this hatch down here, either. I think I have combat turned off for everybody. Did I run out of seeds? There's no way I ran out of seeds. I had a ridiculous number of seeds. Eelwood seed, 312. I think we're good. Replant these things. Hi, Velvet Llama. Geysers are eternal. Yeah, they should be, but it's just not producing much. It's got a good amount of polluted air down here. Okay, oh, they got us connected to the hardwire. Okay, or the main line. Good. So let's deconstruct this thing. We don't even need that transformer anymore. We'll just say forget it. Forget it. Where's my power layout? Oh, they're not finished down there. They have more work to do. But either way, we don't need this transformer. It's not doing anything for me. We can deconstruct these wires that are here. Ooh, what happened there? The whole thing just unpowered. Now we're getting little bits of power. That's weird. Okay. I was really trying to play the game more without as much prioritization. Because I feel like it kind of messes with the balance where they're paying attention to things that I keep telling them to do instead of stuff they should be doing. And I've kind of been breaking that a little bit. We've been doing maybe a little bit more priority, a little bit too much. Can I briefly explain the lavatory? Built some and hooked them up to a filter. My dupes refuse to get back in. Gets backed up. Yeah, so the trouble with the lavatories now is they actually produce more water than they consume. So if you look in the plumbing under the lavatory, now they use 5 kilograms per water when they use it, but they produce 11.7 kilograms of polluted water. It used to be an equal amount, so it would consume 5 and produce 5. And so you could put it into a closed loop where the polluted water would just go into a scrubber and then it would go back in and you would just have an endless cycle. But now it backs up because the pressure will build up to a certain point in the pipes, and then it won't go anywhere anymore. So you can't use that method, unfortunately. You now have to either send that polluted water somewhere else. So in my case, where am I sending that right now? I don't even know. In my case, I'm sending it to down here. I'm actually sending it down into my hydroponic farm for the mealwood. So it's fertile. It's producing the water that's needed for that. Food is decayed. What? No, they're gonna just let. They're starving to death, and they're gonna let the food go bad on the floor in front of the musher. This is what happens when I prioritize too much. I give them stuff that they're all running around doing things other than picking that up. Let's crank up the power on this fried mush bar. We need to make sure they're producing this thing a little more. And I know I just said I wasn't going to do so much crazy prioritization, but they really need to produce some food. Well, I mean, it's kind of like food, I guess. It's mud and water. It's, you know, doesn't... Oh, what did I... Oh, I ran out of materials. Of course I did. Insufficient gold amalgam. Rat. Well, that might explain why they weren't down here doing what I wanted in here. Let's see. Heavy watt wire. I guess we can just use copper. We have enough of that, I guess. Let's go this way. This thing's not powered. This pump... this pump's not powered either, but there's enough pressure in that pipe that was still moving water. Ugh. What a mess. Get down here and do this, please. At least get something in my colony working right. Something. We built so much, and everything was going so well, and then right at the end of the last stream, everything just went like completely off the rails. We're gonna end up spending this entire stream playing cleanup for all the stuff that went wrong at the end of the last one. Yeah, I mean they should pick it up, but I don't necessarily want them always to. Here we go. Let me adjust these again. I'll crank up the priority. I had these at priority. Oh, they were. Okay, yeah, that one wasn't. But I normally have these at priority 6, but I'll set them at priority 8. So at least if I'm producing food, they're not going to let it spoil. They'll stick it in the fridge if somebody's not shoving it in their face right away, which we're sitting at 0 calories, so I'm not really hopeful there's going to be a lot of actual eating. Let's... Ooh, wait a minute. I can send them after muckroot. Go get this stuff. And harvest this thing. And dig this one up, too. And there's even oxalite up there. That's funny. There. Who's starving? Oh, right. I forgot I had treadmills over here. Sorry. I'm making them work in the worst of conditions. Oh, look at this. The pepper plants have produced their yield. Harvest remaining... How did this one do? Excellent yield. So I've probably got a whole bunch of these peppers. But I don't think you can do anything with them directly. You actually have to combine them with other stuff in the little cooking station in order to produce some like pepper loaves. I think it's what you get out of it. Hi, Dragon Xana. Glad you enjoy the streams. Welcome. And hello in Poland. Again, such an awesome cross section of people that watch these streams from all around the world. So we have people from China that were here early. We got Poland. I know we have the United States. What other countries have we got represented here right now? Oftentimes we'll see people from Australia because of the time of day that I tend to stream, which is really cool. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We ran out of power again. Where's my coal? Oh, there's a tiny bit of coal there. Let's dig that up. No, that's not what I want. I want to dig it. Let's maybe do that at 7. Give me some coal. That's iron. That's phosphate. We got little bits of coal down here, so we can dig this out. Ugh. I need to focus on feeding these guys a little bit more. What happened here? Dump that on the floor. There we go. So this guy down here he's been eating steady the whole time and producing coal. So there's a little bit of coal there, but it's just not enough. You gotta have a pretty good supply of hatches before you can get a reasonably good supply of coal out of them. UK at 4 a.m. Yep, that would be good. 4 o'clock in the morning. That's crazy. We have Brazil. That's awesome. Hello, Brazil. Argentina. It's so awesome. Costa Rica. love how many different countries end up on the stream. I don't think... there's probably no other place that I would interact with people from that many different nationalities. Yeah, it does get harder the farther away you go. Now, I'm still actually relatively concentrated in my base, except that as I branch outwards, there's more coal there. As I branch outwards, we're going to have to go over more and more distant things. And I'm seeing that effect right here. I could dig through this igneous rock and get all the way over to this coal. And that's a pretty decent pocket of it, but it's not huge. And it's going to take a fair amount to get there. I might as well get them started, I guess. Get to work, fellas. And ladies, I guess. I'll use ladders across here just because they use very little resources, and they can hop across them like a floor anyway, sort of. Sort of a sloppy floor, but whatever. So we get a little bit of coal there. Please make frost buns at the cooking station. Yeah, that's the plan. I actually need to grow some frost wheat. I mean, I have some seeds, and we can use that, but it would be better to start some production because they'll go through that pretty quickly. Where is... Let's get a cooking station set up here. Cooking station! Have I got room? Ooh, I do. Just barely. We're going to stress our power a little bit more here, but hopefully not too badly. I do have... Where's my power grid? I do have some spare duplicant power right now, so what I really should do is get somebody running on a treadmill down here. Just because we have extra people, so I might as well make use of them. Let's do priority... I don't know, priority 7 on this, I guess. There we go. Get that built. We'll get somebody running on that treadmill. That will help power this so we can power our food station. So we can make frost buns, which will at least give them a good surge of food if we can get that going. I really need to grow some more wheat. However, in the meantime, we have... Where did it go? Cooking ingredients. We got 32 pinch of peppers. That's cool. Sleep wheat, we have 1,478. So we can get a fairly reasonable amount of food out of that if we can just cook some up. Priority 7. If you isolate the binge eater and they have max stress, will they die of starvation or suffocation first? That's a really good question. I haven't tested that to see. I don't think the stress can actually kill them. And I don't know how it treats their hunger when they want to binge. Does it? I wonder. That's a good question. I wonder if it will treat it like it's really starving, or if it just is an unsatisfied stressor. Oh boy, look at this. We're getting a lot of gas buildup here, and this isn't working. Oh, good grief. Yep, that's what I did right there. So I have sort of an odd catch-22 now. I severed the power connection going down here, which I'm now going to have to replace, and I feel really stupid for having to do it. But I broke the power connections, which means that I don't have enough to feed the pump, which then in turn isn't feeding the gas generator, which isn't producing power to feed the pump. So I let myself burn out down there. I need to set up the transformer so I can seed the system again. I hate doing things twice. And in this game, I probably do them more than twice, which is just even better. Because, you know, why not? Let's deconstruct these wires. Well, I got an anniversary dinner with your beautiful wife. Well, happy anniversary, Elijah. Congratulations. Kill my binge eater to solve the food problem. I could, but I mean, their stress is down now, so binge eating shouldn't really be an issue. They've recovered stress-wise. I have air ducts. A variety of them, anyway. Ooh, we got more food here, which is good, too, so they can get that going. Oh, look, they finished this. Let's see. So we can make mush fry, pickled meal, barbecue, frost buns we can make. The pepper bread takes sleet wheat grain and a pinch of peppers. Maybe I should make some of this. The funny thing is they only produce the same amount of kilocalories, but it'll help a little bit with the stress, I guess. We can make like 32 pinch of pepper bread. That takes 5 sleet wheat grains. This takes 3. No, you know what? Never mind. Forget that. Let's just make frost buns. Okay. So they can produce some food there. I should increase the priority on this so we can get that taken care of. We'll get this food back up. Stress is coming down. They're not at 0 kilocalories for food, which is okay. Once I get this sorted out, we'll get power going down here. And then what I really want to do that we started last time is get this power plant working. How is my power overlay here currently? So this power plant feeds into these batteries. But I'm going to need to make another branch off this thing somewhere so I can connect this better to a grid. I don't like this setup at all. I'm going to be producing all this power out of these 2 generators, and it's actually not feeding anywhere right now. I've got this grid that's set up off of it, so maybe I can connect it here, and we can supply this side of the colony off it, and that will help. Big mess. The pump and air pump still use regular wires. Switch them to heavy watt wire. Yeah, well, I know that they will run off heavy watt wire, but the trouble is there's no power currently in this system. Although these are running. How are they running? How are they running with no power? Oh, there we go. Okay, something's going on. Oh, they're getting power through the heavy watt wire. That's what it is. Okay, good. Okay, so you're right. I can actually just do that. Duh. Let's deconstruct the wires in here. We'll throw a little wire bridge in. Where's my power? Throw a little wire bridge in here. Boop, like so. We use heavy watt wire over here. Ta-da. Bob's your uncle. And then, excuse me, this will need to be replaced with heavy watt. Oh. This will need to be replaced with heavy watt wire too. There. And then I can actually just cancel this up here. Messy. Just messy. Don't just make it because it takes less calories. You need to pay attention to the quality too. Well, I'm not super worried about the stress right now. I'm more worried about them dying. I can produce more when I have more sleet wheat, and then we can get to a point where I'm worried about the food, like the quality of food they're getting. But for now, I just want them to have something, because if they don't have anything at all, that's a little bit more dangerous. And the stress is coming down. They're in like the 40s and lower, so that's good. Cycle 169. I'm going to turn these off for now. Let's disable these so we can stop feeding algae into them. Not that it matters. It looks like we ran out. I think we're doing okay now, though. we're kind of balancing. The food is really now just the only tricky part. Hi, Nicker Sticker, a fellow Canadian. How's it going, eh? A grave for the dead. Oh, gosh, you're right. I totally forgot. Chris Cornell died up here. We didn't deal with it. He's just up here rotting away. I'm actually surprised that... he doesn't like the drab decor. The corpse of Chris Cornell does not like the drab decor up here. I totally forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. Let's get a tasteful memorial down here. Put Chris Cornell out of his misery so that we can... Hopefully... That will help a little bit with the stress, too. I mean, they're not really going near the body anymore, although the morbs are really enjoying it. If nothing else, I guess we're building a morb farm. Which is kind of morbid. Yeah, I mean, they're vomiting, but I can't really make use of that right now. I have fresh water down here now, as long as this keeps flowing. Which it's actually, this might be a bit of an issue. It's kind of dirty here. They still haven't built this either. Too many things I want to prioritize right now. Too many things. Let's speaking of priority, let's prioritize this. Give me that. Give me that sweet, sweet power. There we go. So that'll get that sorted. Oh my gosh, look at the gas buildup down here. I need this door, just if nothing else, just to keep the pressure in here. I should really put that back in place. Stick a door right in there. I need to keep the pressure in here just so this gas pressure doesn't force its way right up out of the out of the hole. More fun is morbid. Yoo! Too many sevens. I know, I got sevens all over the place. I normally when I'm playing, I'd like to avoid setting priorities as much as I can. There are certain things that I'll set priority for, but most of the rest of it, I like to let them just do it on their own time. But as soon as things get into a stress position like that, that's when I really start pushing for them to do more. Did I connect something wrong there? What's going on? Why is that not transferring power? It's this Atmos switch. I have it set to 2000. I'm going to need to set this to... Let's set it lower. Try to get this whole area pumped down a little bit so that this air pressure, or this gas pressure can settle back down in this corner a little more. Water pump's still not going, but it doesn't seem to be an issue because we have enough water pressure built up in the pipe, so they can get to that on their own time when they're ready. They get that door going when they're ready. We've got food. We're at 4,000 kilocalories now and growing, which is good. These are at 40%, so it'll be a little while before we get more food out of that. But all in all, we're not so much on the brink anymore. I think we're okay now. Things are a little more balanced. Then yeah, we'll get 100 dupes with flatulence. We'll get them all packed into a room and let them feed our gas-powered systems. Food shortage still, but we're up at 9,000 kilocalories, so that's bouncing back. Phew! All right, I'm glad we got this fixed. At some point, this water will build up more. So this floor in here is going to need to get taken care of also, but... Unreachable, unreachable. Waiting for wolframite, so that's fine. Sandstone for that floor. But they get rid of some of these other little activities for me. But I've got them doing so much stuff. And we're going to run out of coal again. Gosh. Every time I think we might start be seeing a little bit of balance, I got to worry about something else. We're going to run out of coal. Food shortage. What can I send them to do? I guess I really should get this power system online. What do I need to do here? So in terms of wiring, I've got this connected. I've got all this connected. I guess I can add in a little bit here. Just make that connection right there. This is okay. Okay, so over here, we're going to need a gas pump in order to retrieve the gas that's going to come out of this. So we can set that... I need double doors in here. Let's do a little double door in here. We'll set a gas pump in here. We're going to need that from the plumbing. Actually, I kind of want to haul this out just a little bit more. Oh gosh, that's gonna be tough. Like that water sitting right above there is not really ideal. Maybe I shouldn't clear out quite as much. Let's maybe add a little reinforced ceiling in here, just so we don't have a spill. That would stink. We'll dig that out. We'll put a gas pump like right there. We'll need gas piping that goes from here through our fancy ceiling and out to this. We will need power. Oh. It's all heavy watt wire out here, so I'm going to need to actually do a single door. Otherwise I can't bridge it. Disable the table for the ugly criers so they produce more water. I mean, I guess that would work, but the trouble is you can't really control where they're going to cry. And we have water down here. I'm not worried about that at all now. We have a good supply. I guess if you were really stressed for water, that would be one way to go about it. Though, again, it would be really hard because you couldn't really control where they're going to cry. That would be a challenge. I guess just use regular doors yourself. Might stress your power by connecting too many things. Yeah, I probably will. Actually, yeah, I probably will. What have I got down here? You're right. So the amount of taxing that we'll put on that grid simply by having the items on there will produce a strain. I want to leverage this gas power up here, but I need a better way to channel this. I think I might need to do a heavy watt backbone up the top here. Maybe what I should do is restructure my whole power grid and do it maybe vertically instead. If I set up my heavy watt wire over here, where are we here? If I set heavy watt wire out this way, I can send it all the way out into here. Because I don't really care about the decor up here. And then... I don't know. I'll deal with that afterwards, I guess. Once I figure out where I want that to go. But I can send the heavy watt wire out this way, and then I can use it to send down through transformers to send down into the power grid below, so that we actually get some sort of a supply going in those different areas. I guess even if I can even just connect it to this main backbone, and that will send the power supply through to everything. Like this. Oh, except obviously we're going to need a bridge there. So actually, let's cancel this. Like that. And we'll set the heavy watt wire here, which I apparently don't have enough materials for, which makes sense, because I just tapped out a huge amount of metals. Look at that run. That's a huge line of power right there. I better harvest some metals. But if I send my heavy watt wire across the top there, I can connect it to the main artery, and then that will distribute the power through the whole base that way, and then I don't have to worry about it just being in one specific little area. Yeah, if you get the door placed first, and then you can do the wire bridge through the door. Yeah, it's a hell of a drug. I just basically need to connect this to this main line. So I have my main power line running here, and if I can get it sort of connected to that same power line, then it will distribute the power for me. I don't have to worry about the balance so much. But over here, I do have an issue. So those wire bridges will only go through a single door at a time. They won't go through a double door. So I'm gonna have to set that up a little differently. Up here, let's get some digging up here, only because I'm gonna want to get to this metal that's up here, since I clearly am going to need it. I just tapped out huge amounts of metal. So let's dig out this stuff. I think there's actually... Is there coal there? Yeah, there's even coal here. Look at that, with double purpose. Triple purpose. We can dig out the channel that we need up here, and get the metal we need. Everything will be good. In theory. Cancel the wiring. Need metal. Yeah, I might need metal. Alright, so I'll cancel parts of this because I don't want them to have it reserved right now. But this is where the wire is going to go. I'll send it out that way afterward. In the meantime, they can use the metal for what I need them to build. Bridge to the new ceiling above the gas pump. Yeah, the trouble is that if I do that, then I'm getting into territory with this water that I don't really want to muck around with. I mean, alternatively, I could dig below and then bridge down. I guess that would work, actually. So if I dig through here, the Bizolite's nice and hard, so I should actually be able to do a bridge this way. And then I can run heavy watt wire from here. I was going to need another... Well, hold on. I can run it from here. Like so. And then I'm going to set an Atmos switch in here because I only want it to pump when there's a certain amount of pressure, so we'll stick that on there. Good. So they can take care of that at least. It's going to use a huge amount of metal to go all the way across there, unfortunately, but... C'est la vie. We'll get the metal. Even if we have to just hunt around in the swamp biome or something for a little while and try and gather up some more gold or something. Granite wall works for me. I have heard of people blowing up their colony. Not literally blowing up, but just to the point where their walls breach around that gas geyser, and then it ends up expanding dramatically into their base. So that should be interesting. Yeah, I mean, I could use a little transformer there, I guess. I don't know. I have the heavy watt wire over there. I figure I might as well just use it. I also don't want it to break and have to keep going into that room. That would stink. Figure the upper right. Let's see. For the upper right gas generators, build a transformer right at the edge of the door. Yeah. I think I'm okay with using the heavy watt wire up there. Building lacks resources. No, just oxygen. Just oxygen. Who needs air? What I'm more worried about is my lack of coal. But we do have coal up here, so if they can come up here and dig this stuff, then that would be good. Ooh, they're getting food too. Look, we're up to 50,000 kilocalories. Now we're soaring. Sleet wheat. We've still got a ton of that too, so it's not even using a whole lot of sleet wheat. I think we're in pretty good shape that way. Carson, I wouldn't say that I know more than you. Not at all. Caitlin Roberts, announcer voice. Will the colony survive until cycle 200? Will the binge eaters eat all the food? Stay tuned to find out. It's only 27 cycles. I think we can make it. I don't think they're going to die. Oh, they still haven't... Oh, Chris Cornell is still up here. Maybe I should make this more of a priority. Let's get rid of the body. Just sweep that under the rug. Why is the food getting rotten? I think it's because there's a little patch of gas in here somewhere that's floating around that is not the right temperature. So every now and then these things become non-refrigerated because the gas passes in front of them and it gets food spoiling. See, this one here doesn't say sterile. It just says refrigerated. But the rest of them say sterile. No, that one doesn't. That one doesn't either. Za? Let's get them to store more in the ones that have a sterile environment, and we use these other ones as backup. Because I think it's actually the CO2 that's building up in here that's making it... Yeah, it's the CO2 that's got a sterile environment in here for me. So theoretically, it shouldn't spoil in there. It's both sterile and refrigerated. I don't get it, but... Yeah, thanks for the quote, Nelly Nee. Kazi, I don't know how to try harder. That feels too much like effort. Well, I do have CO2 in there. I mean, it's not super flooded with CO2, but the bottom portion is. It's all CO2. There's no oxygen down here. This stuff's both refrigerated and sterile, and I'm still getting food spoiling. Although maybe it was down here. No, I don't think so. They must have picked that up. I don't know. I have no idea. I got nothing. And what is going on here? Wrong irrigation? Did I get fresh water down there somehow? I don't know how that's possible. That's empty storage. That did nothing. Cancel empty. Oh, I guess I actually have to go down there and manually do it. That stinks. So they did set it up now. It used to be that if you got the wrong kind of water in these things, you couldn't empty it out, but they added that like empty storage thing, so it should dump the water on the floor and then get the polluted water back in again. But I don't know how I would have gotten fresh water in that line. It's all coming from the toilets. The toilets and the scrubber. There should be no fresh water there anywhere. CO2 is leaking out. Yeah, the CO2 goes out, but it doesn't really matter. The pressure of the CO2 in here doesn't matter. It's the presence of other gases. So even though the door opens and the CO2 goes out, there's still CO2 in here. It's a low concentration, but it doesn't really matter. It's still sterile atmosphere. I don't know why the food should still be spoiling in there. It shouldn't. It's both sterile and refrigerated now. Set up the storage to 9 or 1. Yeah, you're probably right. Empty my storage. Place the door for the fridge room in the upper slot so the CO2 could build up. It doesn't. Let's just say the CO2 doesn't need to build up. It just has to be there. The pressure of it makes no difference at all. Wait a minute. Is Robotic Wolf still going in and out of this? Get out of there. Hold on. Stop using the Rejuvenator. Seriously. She's like living in there. She decided that it's too cool, and now she's just going to hang out in the Rejuvenator all the time. I don't think so. Go do some work. Robotic Wolf slacking. Oh, we got gas building up here. I better prioritize this. Prioritize. Make that a 7, I guess. Because like 7. Everything I do is 7. All 7. I didn't do it. I did not kill Alex the dinosaur. It was a boar. It was all the boar. And I may or may not have ridden the dinosaur into that position, but the boar did it. It's his fault. I didn't kill it. I didn't even get to chop it up for meat afterwards. The boar ate it. Oh, look at this. Now this thing's not even sitting in the gas. Oh, I can't win today. I can't win. Every time I get something sorted out, I get another problem. So now I've got carbon dioxide gas sitting down here that's keeping, and it's at pressure, and now the natural gas isn't at pressure because the gas has basically switched sides on me. So now I have to deal with that. I don't think I have any algae right now. Algae 0. No. No algae. Because I could put a little algae tram down here to clean that up, and then the gas would get back down to the pump again. But in the meantime, we've got another dead generator. Yes! All right. Probably an easier solution here is to instead give it a pocket to settle into by digging in here. And then hopefully it will pressurize itself in a lower space, and then this gas can return to where the pump is. Plus, I'll get some gold amalgam, and I'm definitely going to need metal. Gas generator is damaged. Is it? No, it is. Look at that. Idle. Yeah, probably because this thing pumps... you know what? I need to set this. If it's... Let's set this really high so it doesn't pump any more polluted oxygen in there. So we'll turn this offline for now until we can get this dug out. That'll let the carbon dioxide settle in this little pocket down here and get pressurized out of the way. Eventually, when I get some algae, I can set something in there to take care of it. But in the meantime, that will get it out of the road and let me recover the natural gas that's here. In the meantime, we've got a little bit that leaked out up top here, but not too much. So hopefully that won't get too bad up there. I hope. Again, here's hope is not a plan, but we're going to go for it anyway. Aw, Ray, that's not nice. If you feel the need to push Cryptic off a cliff, we support your decisions. That's really not bad. Actually, Kazi already did that to me. I seem to recall in the first Arc stream, when we were standing on the edge of that cliff, and he's like, hey, look, down there at the water, that's where we're going to head. And I go over and look, and doesn't he hit me from behind and send me flying down? So I kind of feel like maybe I was justified. Yeah, the gas generator said wrong element damage because it pumped polluted oxygen into the generator. So it damaged it. Add another death to the betrayal counter. Oh my gosh. Too funny. Okay, so at least our food is back in a good position again. 98,000 kilocalories. I should have actually thought of making the frost bun sooner. That was super brilliant of me. Too busy looking at other things. They'll get to that when they get to it. Let's look at how things are going with our power generation up here. Well, there's a whole lot of nothing happening. Because I've got them doing other stuff. Let's get all this built if I can. It'd be nice to get that going finally, so I can actually have that as a good power supply. It'd be really novel. Novel. It doesn't count. He pushed you off a cliff before I killed Alex. He has to avenge Alex. Oh, it's got to go back and forth? Is that how that works? I don't like that so much. Why just try to pressurize the gas geyser? I don't understand what you mean by try to pressurize the gas geyser. So down here, I don't have a gas geyser. This is all just coming from these fertilizer makers. And then the only reason I was making fertilizer because I wanted to plant some stuff and to use up some polluted water. And then over here, when I get through to this geyser, is when I'm going to use it to handle some power generation on this side of things. This will produce like 1,600. Was it 1,600 watts? I think it's something like that. Hold on. Power. Where's my natural gas generator? Produces. Yeah, 800 watts. So it'll produce 1,600 watts of power that will help to power my colony. Sweep the frost buns. It's actually sleet wheat grain sitting there, which is odd. I have the food storage set at like 8 or 9 now, so they're actually picking it up as a matter of priority. Yeah, as the gas pressure goes down, the CO2 will gain space. So as you can see up here, oh yeah, it's definitely gone down. God. Salvage some more. Where's my... Oh, okay, we still have coal at least. That's generating for now. But I really should get over here. It's actually a good little run of algae down there too. We can like kill 2 birds with 1 stone over here. We can get both algae and coal out of this space. Let's dig all this goodness. Give me all the goodness. You can't avenge somebody before they need avenging. Oh, but I feel like Kazi and I have been friends long enough. We can store them up. Dark Edge streamed 2 days ago, and it was awesome. I haven't seen Dark Edge, but there's so many people that play online now and do streaming and stuff that there's so many that I haven't seen. I should replace the dupe I lost. That's a good idea. I have a spare bed. Let's turn this thing back on. It's going to take 3 cycles, but we'll enable this. We'll get another duplicant in here to consume some more food for me. Stress is in a reasonably good place. Food's in a good place. Air is weak. So I sent them over here, but now I'm feeling like I really shouldn't have, because I kind of need them to go over here. Maybe I can just... I find this game so interesting because I'm constantly thinking of different things I should try to do to solve the problem. So I end up... Sometimes I get trying to make too many of the different decisions at the same time. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to prioritize what's going on over here. Let's get this dealt with. We'll get both coal and algae out of this, fortunately. Yeah, there we go. We'll get both coal and algae, which will help with oxygen and everything. You never find a balance between electrolyzer, O2 generation, and power supply. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, actually, I really should throttle what I'm doing here. How do I have this set up exactly? I should actually put a little gas thing here. If we go into plumbing and we look at the gas valve, not gas filter, gas valve. I should put a gas valve here. And then limit it to like 1,000 grams going through there at a given time. But what's happening here is I'm pumping everything out so quickly that I'm not actually getting any built up hydrogen. Caitlin. Will Kazi avenge Alex's death? Will CrypticFox kill another of Kazi's beloved pets? Find out next stream, Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Or if not, Adam West when Batman... Oh, Batman. Poor Adam West. Adam West. Adam West. Welcome to Quahog. Sleet wheat that rots out in the wild gives the... Oh, maybe that's what's happening. I'm just getting that warning because of sleet wheat rotting out in the wild. That's so crazy. I wonder why it would do that. That's good to know. I'm getting an unrefrigerated food thing. I wonder if that's also the sleet wheat. Let's check. Nope. It says right here I've got unrefrigerated food, and I definitely don't. So maybe it is the stuff in the wild. That's funny. I didn't realize that the sleet wheat that rots in it on its own... But it's in... Oh no, I guess in some of these places I've warmed it up so much with different gases that it's not actually refrigerated anymore. I don't know. Interesting. I didn't realize it would give that notice for ones that just rot out in the environment. Yeah, I normally have a switch up here too, but I didn't build one when I set it up. I just went for minimal efficiency in terms of like using the smallest amount of parts when I set it up. And now I have no power there. Good times. Alright, we got no power, so I should probably prioritize this thing. Get somebody running on the treadmill, so at least we can get some power production for our oxygen, because that's kind of needed. Even though our pump's not running. Yeah, good times. Solve the food crisis, run into the power crisis. Ah. Alright, they're running there at least. And we've got somewhat dug into here, but we're not quite to the point where we got to the coal yet. If they can get through to that, then that'll alleviate the power issues. My mealwood's out of fertilizer. Yeah, I can't win today. I can't win. That's okay. I'm okay. Nothing to see here, folks. Everything's good. This thing's still saying it has the wrong type of water in it, but I've already emptied it. At least I thought I did. Empty this thing. There's no reason it should say that it's aside from it not having water, because it's not pumping right now. I've done so much prioritization, they're not even harvesting anymore. I've got them running around too many different places right now. Hatches do make coal, you are correct. However, they're not making it fast enough. I have a couple of hatches. I have one I have one here that's being fed. This one down here is actually eating the fertilizer that could very well be going instead to my mealwood farm. I should try to get that hatch down here so you can eat all this junk, but it's kind of a pain to get them down into spaces that you don't have them already. Suffocating. Why, Jonathan? Why? I didn't tell you to dig over there. You could have stayed on the ladder. You could have reached 2 blocks away, but you had to run into the tiny little island, and he's going to die. There's no living here. There's no way we're going to rescue this guy fast enough. Jonathan! It looks like we'll be bringing in another dupe in a moment. Well, actually, we'll have space for 2 dupes now. I'm going to set high priority on this, even though I know we're not going to get there in time. Oh, and they're hot out here. They're getting scorched. He's getting scalded. Ah, there goes Jonathan. It's a sad day in our colony. The death comet is turning out to be prophetic. He's suffocating. I hate that. They could have stayed on the ladder and dug all this out and had no issue. I guess I should build a floor there just so they can recover the body. And I guess we can get the coal that's here too. Let's build a ladder right underneath Jonathan's corpse. Because, you know, that's very PC. So we'll get all this. I hate when my duplicates die. It's no good. It's no good. We're going to get a whole bunch of hydrogen built up in here, too. And things are getting kind of warm and toasty over there. Look at the temperatures. It's hot. Very hot. They're not liking it much. Time to build another memorial. Duplicate number 3. Angel of Darkness, you are getting fed well tonight. Jonathan's unsubscribing. Sorry, Jonathan. No, I didn't do it on purpose. It wasn't my fault. It was his fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. That's what it is. He stood on that little ledge. That made no sense at all. I don't know why he did that. Oh, is that the deal you're going with, Caitlin? It's got to be a scenario where you've got to pass away before IX can have one. I get it. Name the ladder after him. It'll be the Jonathan M. Memorial Ladder. Poor Jonathan. Dead, suffocated, and he died with grimy hands. His tombstone will say, poor Jonathan, he died with grimy hands. Having trouble setting a horizontal wire, or heavy wire horizontal. It says rotate, but it doesn't seem to do much. Is it only vertical? Well, no, the heavy watt wire will go whatever direction you run it in. So, if you're running the wire, like you can run it in any direction, and it should allow you to just switch it around. The only thing I can think of is if your duplicates can't reach it, then they might not be able to put it into place. Or is it something else you're using? Are you trying to use like a wire bridge, for example? In which case you just hit O to rotate it? I'm not sure. Heavy watt wire cannot be placed in floor anymore. No. So if you want to cross a floor, you want to use one of these wire bridges. So I have one down here, for example. So this heavy watt wire won't go through the tile, so I have it running up to the edge, and then there's a bridge that goes through the wall, and then it continues on the other side. 62% stress. Imagine that. People dying causes stress. Who knew? And they're out here in the like super hot temperatures, which I'm sure they're loving. I don't think they appreciate me sending them out there now, though I can't imagine why. That's right. That's right, Ray. Why take blame yourself when you can pass it off? There's another quote for you. That's what I do. Yeah, thanks, Kazi. You can always count on your friends to kick you when you're down. Pause if you teach about wires. Well, on the plus side, they're not starving. Except for maybe Jonathan. But, I mean, he didn't have air, so he didn't need food either. Storage next to the med bay is not set. It's oh yeah, so this one here, it's the reason it's not set is because I set it for sandstone so they would fill it up, and then once it was full, I dumped it on the ground so the hatch would have stuff to eat so he can produce some coal for us. If I set it again, they'll clean it up off the floor, and I don't want that. I need to get to my gas generators. You're right, I do, but I'm trying to make sure that I don't run out of power and stuff. So there's no coal down here right now, and they don't seem to be prioritizing picking this stuff up because I'm telling them to do other things at a higher priority. What have I got these set at? I should probably make sure these are set a little bit higher since of how often I've been using priorities. There they go. Keep those fed. Once they get that taken care of, then I can get over here. We can get the gas-powered generator going. It's actually close. We're going to need to do a floor in here, otherwise I'm going to have a real problem. I forgot, actually, that they were going to dig that floor out for that wire bridge to go through. For some reason, I was thinking it would just bridge the gap, but it's not going to. Let me make sure I got this out of a hard substance. Let's go tile. I've got a bisolite, and that stuff's pretty hard. Let's get rid of that. Why not? No, I don't have any thimblereeds yet. I actually need to set up a thimblereed farm, too. I have a feeling we're not going to get a chance to do that tonight because I'm still trying to get this gas geyser going. And then once we get that, the snazzy suits make a really big difference in stress because they just run around radiating awesomeness. And we could use some of that right about now. Yeah, hatches do love polluted ice. But again, I'd have to dig it up and then put it in there. I don't know. Do I even have any? I actually probably do have some down here. Just regular ice. Phosphorite. Which is fertilizer for the pepper plants. No, yeah, I have some polluted ice. I can feed them that. Thing is, it's going to melt on the floor here too, which isn't great. For right now, they can eat the sandstone because I have an overabundance of that. They'll eat anything, including my fertilizer, which I was letting them eat for a while. John is eating dirt. Aw. Technically, guys, we're all eating dirt at some point. You're eating mush bars. Those are made of dirt and water. Don't use a wire bridge. It'll overload. I've had no problems with wire bridges overloading. Let's see. Runs one section of wire on top of another without joining their power grids. Or capacity. I mean, there's nothing in these things, in the wire bridges, that suggests there's any limitation to the amount of power they can carry, and I've had no problem with them shorting out on me. It's nothing I'm aware of. Oh, we got a door coming in. Choose a duplicant. All right. I think we'll bring in Golden King. So we've got Quick Learner Biohazard, Bottomless Stomach Twinkle Toes, Narcoleptic Diver's Lungs. A whole bunch of good choices. Biohazard just gets sick more often, and there's not really that much of an impact from people getting sick. I mean, it impacts their stress a little bit, but it's not really that bad. I'm not really worried about learning and creativity. This runner is good, but the bottomless stomach isn't so awesome because they're going to eat an extra calorie consumption. Diver's Lung is narcoleptic. Let's make Diver's Lung narcoleptic. The narcoleptic is a problem because when they fall asleep, it adds to their stress. You know what? We've got a good supply of food again. We're over 100,000. Golden King. There we go. Print. So that's one. We'll bring in another one. We'll name the next one Adam West. Adam West. Okay. Good. Choose the binge eater. Actually, oh my gosh, I wasn't even paying attention. Did I pick a binge eater? I didn't look at what his negative trait was. Where'd he go? Bright Star plays, Angel. Am I blind? Where's Golden King? I just printed him. Where'd he go? Consumables. Vitals. Where's Golden King? I just printed him. There we go. Golden King, he's a binge eater. I wasn't even noticing. Yes! Score another awesome pick by me. Caitlin, I wasn't reading what you were doing. I was reading what was on my screen. Sorry. Adam, yes. Yeah, I got 2 binge eaters. Now when things go bad, they can go super bad. Yeah, I said that now I'm going to run out of food. Ah, well. It's all in the fun. Yeah, it is growing relatively fast. We're up over, what are 10,400 and something, I think, last I saw. How do you mean by organize them by name? I'm not sure I understand what you mean there. Okay, so this is dug up. We've got oxygen production, so oxygen's good. Should be a good time to come over here and finish this. I think. If we can just buy a little bit of time to get in here and take care of this thing. Oh, by the time they get over there, they run out of air, and they gotta run and get a breath somewhere. If we get this all taken care of, then we might finally get this underway. I do need more metal, though. Metal. Bye-bye 100,000 kilocalories. I know, but it's only if the stress gets bad, which is it's not great right now. No, I still haven't had time to check out Factorio. There's so much I want to do, and I'm stressed. I'm really stressed for time right now. Can you show you how the water purifier and air scrubber work together? I could, except that I'm not using that system myself anymore. So down here I have my air scrubber now. And my air scrubber is actually, I'm using the polluted water that it produces in order to provide fertilization for my hydroponic farm. Because in this case, rather than spending the power on another pump to move polluted water in there, I can use the polluted water that's being produced here. Now the issue is that my air pressure has gotten good enough that my CO2 is all squished down here, and we're not getting any CO2 by my scrubber. And this whole system down here is not running because awesomeness. I need to dig that out, which actually will give me more of the metal that I need in order to do the wiring. But until I get that going, there's not enough CO2 there for that thing to even work, so kind of a bit of an issue. But ordinarily, if you wanted to do it, you would... if we look at it here, so when you go into your refinement and you get your water purifier, just assume it's going to go there. I'm not really going to build it, but... and then you've got your plumbing. So you want your output pipe... This is, that's going out. Okay, so your input pipe is going to go from the output of your water purifier into the input of your water scrubber. Your water scrubber is going to take the output from here and go to the input to your water purifier. You feed a little bit of water into it until it gets running and gets a good cycle going, and then you can sever the water input, and this will just run in its own closed loop indefinitely. However, clean water is a lot easier to come by than it used to be. Oh my gosh, look at all that water there. I didn't even realize that. Clean water is a lot easier than it used to be to come by, so that kind of clean water preservation isn't as useful as it used to be. Oh, Caitlin with your updates. Breaking news: CrypticFox chooses a binge eater with a bottomless stomach. Will this cause the end of the colony's? Can't even talk now. Will this cause the colony's demise? Stay tuned to find out. Oh. That's weird. Normally the water pressure would stop this liquid vent from moving any more water in, but it looks like they actually managed to build up enough. It almost spilled into the common area in here. Oh, that's what's happening. They're draining it, and then it's running. Oh. Sneaky little guys. They're so close to being done over here, too. I wish they would just get this finished. Work, work, work. Do my biddings, little minions. They have no air out here. It's like the worst environment for them. Set the doorway, store the food where your binge eaters can't get in, and then drop them food every once in a while if they get stressed. Yeah, I guess I could do that. I don't know. That seems like too much work. I'll just leave it. I'm gonna trifle with death. We'll let the whole thing just plunge into chaos and madness if they get to the point where they eat all our food again. I feel like that kind of keeps things interesting. Yeah, I do normally place the scrubber where the CO2 collects, but as it turns out, I dug down lower afterwards, so I should actually relocate my scrubber down to here. That way it's sitting constantly in a place that's the right environment for collecting those gases. But with all the other stuff I've been building, it just hasn't been my priority. This I'm actually going to disable for now. Save the power. I know it's feeding polluted water in here, but these things they're sitting on unfertilized anyway, so we're going to get a double whammy. Our mealwood farm is not producing at its best at the moment. Even though this one here that looks like a stick is actually... Why aren't they harvesting? Harvest this business. Waiting fertilizer. Harvest pending. I've got them... it's because I keep over-prioritizing. Get the food. They're not getting the food. And don't you want to get the food? It's right there. Go get the food. It says it's awaiting harvest. They just don't want to get it. Directly above the coal generator, you can see rotting sleet wheat. Which coal generator? This one over here? Oh, yeah. Interesting. It's funny that it managed to rot, even though it's... oh, it replanted itself. It was rotting. We got polluted dirt. No, I think that's actually from the puffed pooping. Because the seed actually just replanted itself. I think that was from the puffed. He snuck up there at one point when we dug this open, and he came up out of the biome, and I thought the cold would have killed him by now, but apparently he's still doing okay. 300 seeds, you're good. Yeah, I've got lots of mealwood seed. Even though I'm eating the sleet wheat, that's lasting a long time too. I'm not even producing any more of it. It's just a question of whether they gather it. Once you get the natural gas production, you'll have a ton of CO2. Yeah. Yes, I will. I won't be lacking for it then. I might actually have to try to seal it off. Oh, come on. They're like so close to being finished. It's like that one little spot. This I should set to above... let's get it when it's above 1,500 grams. Now, the only thing I think I need to do in here to get this thing working is to dig in here, but I don't really need it yet because what I want is... I need wiring to run out of here so I can do something with the power. Otherwise, it's not going to do me any good. So, I'm going to need to set that up next. Get some heavy watt wire. We'll consume all the crazy amounts of ore that I have. I'm going to run this straight across this way. This is going to take stupid amounts of metal. Like, just crazy amounts. Dig more here. Let them get to that. Next call-in challenge should be an ugly challenge. Ugly criers, no decor boosters, and all decisions should be as aesthetically unpleasing as possible. So much wire and pipes. Oh my goodness. Just the trouble is when they're crying, they're not working. They're sitting on the floor, bawling their eyes out. Oh my gosh. I feel like to a certain degree that wouldn't be so much a challenge as it would be like they would just I'd have water everywhere. I guess that would be a bit of an issue. There'd be water everywhere. There'd be like waterfalls running off of all the floors. Do mass clear to 5 and then we'll harvest. Yeah. Well, they're actually, so what's going on here? Maybe it's because let's turn this off for now. We'll disable that. We'll disable this. We don't need either of those at the moment. Not for long anyway. I mean, we'll turn it off for now, but they'll put that into storage and that will clear up 2 activities that they're not doing that they keep having to store in here. This thing finally emptied, so that's good. Set that back to normal priority. The thing is, if I clear everything, then I also clear off some of those priorities I want to keep, like food storage and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I rely so heavily on... Yeah, the thing is, like, if they're just constantly crying, then... If it's not really that bad, I mean, you get a supply of water. You can just kind of create a reservoir at the bottom for all the water to kind of drop into. And then you don't have to pay attention to stress. I feel like that's maybe taking the easy way out because you don't have to pay attention to the stress anymore. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. In a lot of ways, that's kind of like the people that would build out like a polluted. Oh, they finally finished that. Cool. The people that would build a whole colony surviving off of polluted oxygen and polluted water and stuff. I don't know. I just feel like it feels a little like cheating. It actually decreases the difficulty instead of increasing it. How do you cool down the the geyser water? So for me, I set mine up like this. Obviously, it depends on the placement of your geyser and where it's located, but I'm passing it through this cold biome in order to chill it. It's not getting that cold anymore, though. So if you look in here, the temperature is actually staying pretty constant as it crosses here. When it was originally just a thin flare of water flowing through, it would drop from, the 40 degrees or whatever it was over here. Oh my gosh, this guy's in the floor. What are you doing? Get out of... He's getting injured, and he's busy building the floor. Build it from the top, you silly. Yeah. Super brilliant. Golden King building from inside the scalding hot water. Anyway, when it was a thin flow of water, it would start at this side and it would flow to the other side, and then it would be chilled by the time I got to this side. It would be down to I think we got it down to 15 degrees. At one point, it actually froze in here, but now that's a thicker band of water. It's not cooling as quickly. So it's still in the 30s when it gets over here, which isn't great. 59 degrees Celsius. This water is hot. It must be all the steam. We're getting steam condensation, more steam condensation now, I think. Which means I really should block this off also. They're still going in there, though. Finish building in here. Quickly. Stop going in there. Revive Jonathan M. Oh, new Duke. Thank you. Wait a minute. I thought we had 12 already. What happened? What happened? Yeah, the dupes aren't super brilliant. They yeah. Maybe I should have picked one that was had a higher intelligence rating, maybe. Sorry, Golden King. Okay, so we have a level 7 physician with mole hands. I don't know that medicine does anything really right now. However, Yokel's not really a bad one, and they're only an ugly crier with a decor expectation of 10, and they'll accept terrible food, and I'm okay with that. Not as good as the grizzly food, but having a low strength or not being able to dig are two traits I don't really want to deal with. Hey, Russell. Glad you could join the stream and that you enjoy them. Should put a scrubber in with the natural gas. I'm not really worried about fresh water, though. That's not really my need. At some point, I'm going to need to get rid of some of that polluted water that's down there, but... okay, let's go in here and... pick somebody. Dragon Ixana. Congratulations. Print. We got another dupe. Another dupe. Decline those dupes. They've been they don't have binge eater. Yeah, thanks, little big. I'm not trying to get all binge eaters. I'm just picking them out of ignorance. There's a very big difference. A lot of gold gases. Yeah. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of natural gas built up down here now. It's not producing anymore down here, so it's just sitting stable. Actually, it is still producing. How is this water even moving? I don't even have the wire upgraded on this thing. I built up so much pressure in that pipe. It's been feeding this thing without even having a power supply. That's crazy. Ever tried storing your food in a pit filled with CO2? I have not, although that is another good method. You can actually build a U-shaped pit down here, and then the CO2 will settle down into it and keep your food safe. I did at one point have... Is this still have CO2 in it? Yeah, this is pretty much full of CO2 now anyway, just from the going in and out. I'm not supplying any oxygen supply in here, so it's kind of built up its CO2 on its own. So I technically have a CO2 storage now anyway. So it's both refrigerated and CO2. Oh, Adam West. I forgot Adam West. Okay, we're going to have to bring in number 13 so we can have Adam West. Adam West. Hey, this is all done here. If I could just get my wire in place. Come on, guys. Well, they got it started. It's underway. We're going to have wire soon. That'll be good. That'll be super good. I'm going to save a little bit of metal, I think, and connect it down here. Because, I mean, it's already, ugly as sin up here anyway in terms of decor. So I might as well just go for the gold. Ooh, we ran out of copper. So they're not going to build all this wire because we ran out of copper. I love how it doesn't tell me until I just went and checked. That's great. Super awesome. I need more metals. Give to me the metals. I don't really need a lot. Well, no, actually, I need quite a bit. Let's take this whole works out. This is going to kind of open things up for nastiness to come in here, too, which I'm not thrilled about. Oh, wolframite. Didn't even notice there was any there. So I guess we could use some wolframite if we get things going, too. You like how we think. You like how they think. All right, Kazi, I get it. Thanks for answering my questions. I have to go now, sadly. All right, Robert Campbell, thanks for coming and checking out the stream. Glad I could be of some help. And that you enjoyed it for the little while you could be here. Yeah, thanks, Apple Fries. You guys are building up a wonderful collection of quotes for me in the Discord that Golden King was good enough to set up for me. So, for anyone that's watching the stream, if you do enjoy chatting, we do have a Discord set up for the channel that you can go and join and chat with other people that like to follow the channel, and I pop in there periodically to chat as well. The link for it should be in the description down below. And they've, with the bots in the channel, they've been storing up quotes of all my my idiotic things that I say, so they can have a good laugh at them later. So if you see somebody calling out quotes in there in the live chat, that's probably what they're doing, is adding more to the collection. Love how the goal from last week's stream was to get into the natural gas geyser. We still haven't dug in. I know, right? I know. I was trying to do 2 geysers last time. We're already coming up on that 2-hour mark, but I'm gonna try and get this finished. I want to get that geyser going before we wrap up the stream. As long as the train doesn't go completely off the rails again like it did last time. Well, I can dig into the geyser, but I can't use it yet. Don't forget to set your gas switch near the hydrogen generator. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Oh, it's preset to 1,000. And the hydrogen generator, if I recall, consumes 1,000. So it's okay. I'm not even building up enough pressure in here to make this worthwhile. The switch is, in a lot of ways, is really kind of a waste. But if I can get some pressure built up in here, then it would be good. I really should have put a switch in here that I could manage. I'm gonna do that whenever they get around to it. Boy, we're running really low on metals though. I'm gonna put a switch right in here. When they get around to it, we can have this work in here, and then we can build up some hydrogen pressure, get a little bit more consistent power out of our hydrogen generator. But you still never really get a really steady flow out of those things. It just gobbles it up too fast. The bug's eating my copper. Where? Yeah. Sure is. Let's see. Who's good at combat? Dragon Ixana. Congratulations. You've been voted for combat. No, not that one. No, attack this one up here. Dig this. Where'd they go? Oh, that's right. I forgot. Cancel attack. No, cancel. No, cancel attack. All right, well, that hatch is dead. We got more meat. Oh, we left it alive. Brought it to the brink of death and then left it. Now he's going to get some air and then run down and finish the job. Oh, no. Okay, good. I want him to get rid of the hatch at the top. Let's get rid of that guy. This guy's a nuisance. He's eating my copper. I don't like him at all. I'm gonna have none of that. Ain't nobody got time for that. No more Mr. Nice Cryptic yet. Family of foxes. Pretty much, I guess. We're almost out of time, but I don't want to see a long one. Everyone's settling for... Hey, Nelly. Oh, insulted. Only a little bit. Call FEMA. Okay, I need copper. I'm really gonna have to prioritize this again. I hate doing priorities. But I need it. I needs it. I don't just want it, I needs it. I'm actually going to have to cancel the wire in here because they're not going to harvest. Simply because I can't set them on a priority to dig something and build something in the same location. Oh, look at this. We're going to have a little oxygen generation. Isn't that funny? Get to work. Here, dig this up too. Gives me the coppers. This too. More coppers. Have a night, Kazi. See you on Thursday. What is a group of foxes called? There's a murder of crows. I think it's a skulk. Is it eating your fertilizer? Yes, it absolutely is. At the moment, though, I've been more content to take the coal than to worry about the fertilizer, to be honest with you. Hatches are good eats. You get something like 2,000 kilocalories out of them. Build a floor instead of ladders. Yeah, they are taking a long time to hop. Whoa, what is all this green miasma? Chlorine! I hate chlorine. There's not really any getting rid of it. How did that get built up in there so much? Oh, I see. Air pressure is low enough that it's actually, every time I open the door, it's forcing its way from the other side through. Well, isn't that special? Well, we got chlorine in here now. As long as that stays separated from the living quarters, I guess it's not that bad. However, not happy about it. Oh, this guy's going to eat my... Okay, this guy's got to go. How do I pick him? Pick him. Attack him. That's right, combat. Go do your business. Oh, look at that. He's not even going to wait. Middle of the night. Jump out and run. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? You got to take a shower. All right. You can't go fight the monster because you got to have a shower. Oh, I get it. It burrowed into the ground, so he can't target it anymore, so he went and had a shower. That's just great. Somebody dig this thing up so we can take care of it. Get that hatch out of there. Hi, Elijah. Welcome back. Hope you had a nice anniversary dinner. Put a water trap by the chlorine. Yeah, that feels like a lot of work. Kind of don't want to do that. Kind of lazy. Not going to lie. I wonder if I could just do... Well, this is all polluted oxygen up here. I wonder if instead I can lock this door. And we'll take a ladder and build a ladder up here. Oh, let's do a derpy ladder, because a good ladder is not really worth having. Alright, so they can lock the door, and we'll build a ladder out, and then they'll stop using that one airlock door, and that will stop the chlorine from coming in. Oh, come on. Lock the door. You just ran through it. Come on. These guys, I tell you, they don't follow direction very well. That's pretty much what happened, Little Big. Raise my hopes and then go and just dash them while they run off to the shower. Choose a duplicant. All right, Adam West. Adam West. Oh, wow. What a wonderful selection of choices is this one. Dimensionally inept and can't dig. That does kind of feel a little Adam West-ish. Biohazard noodle arms or dimensionally inept. Wow, that's great. Awesome. Super. I'm going to reject them all. I don't want an inferior Adam West in my colony. It's got to be a superior Adam West. If they're going to be terrible, they got to be really good at it. It's just how it's got to be. What am I going to do about this chlorine? I can't really get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of this floor, though. So tired of this. No more running on this thing. Get rid of this. And rid of this. And that. And then we'll strand somebody up there. Let's see how this goes. And instead, let's build... I would build gas permeable tile, but I really don't want to waste all my metal. So instead, let's go build a floor. There we go. They can finally stop hopping around on there, which will be good. Hi, Jeremy McKenzie. Good night, Lack DDP. Lack DDP. Sorry. I can't read right now. Hi, Misaki Uru. Pow. Are you doing the special effects there, Dale Fernie? Get some Batman effects in here. If we're going to bring in Adam West, we got to have some of those special effects. Pow. Blammo. So Google does. It does show me that the first time I looked, Google skulk, and you're right. I thought so. Because that's actually one of the terms we use in the for one of the levels in the Discord chat. And okay, so we've got copper a little bit, tiny little bits, tiny little. Oh, again, they're sleeping. These guys sleep too much. Someone tell them they're not allowed anymore. Put them to slave labor work. They even violate a whole bunch of human rights with our duplicants, even though they're not humans. Delicious homemade shark fin soup. Huh. Batman, yeah. Morbs eat chlorine. Yes, they do, but I don't have any morbs in this space. I got them up here. Unless... No, I can't do that. Someone finally said your name right. Yay, go me. I mispronounce the easy names and I get the difficult ones. That's how I roll. Turn on the emergency. Why? Why? Just for fun? Have I got something going on here that I'm not being aware of? Is somebody sick? Somebody dying? Oh my gosh, look at this. We're getting quite the natural gas build up here. I need to block this off. You guys cannot go down here anymore. He's sick. He's running around in natural gas. This natural gas is a menace. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, great. Of course you did. You waited until 2 duplicants went down there, and that's when you locked it. Because, you know, there was nobody down there when I set the priority, so let's let some people go down there first. I know the cat is eating my copper. I can't kill him. Okay, this has got to stop. Lock. Lock the door. Someone lock the door. You. All right, hold on. I can't prioritize that. There, lock my door. No, get out of there. Just lock the door. Lock the door. There we go. Finally. Finally. Okay. I feel like the only thing I could really do up here to try and keep the chlorine controlled is just build a wall. It's not ideal, but if I build a wall right here, the chlorine should stay trapped in this general space, and it won't have free reign in my base at least. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Glad you subscribed. Things are trying to kill each other sometimes. I think so too sometimes. We were actually debating earlier whether we could get like a duplicate fight club going on. Thought that would be kind of funny. They're very, very slowly building this wire out. If they could just get that finished. They got a little ways to go still, but they did get quite a bit of copper there. So I feel like I should have enough copper to finish the job. This is going to be really, really ugly, but who cares? Oh, yeah, let's go super derpy. There we go. They're going to need a ladder to do this part, though. There's no way they're doing that without a ladder. Bloop. There we go. Ta-da! I should probably dig this out, too. Dig, dig, dig. Well, all one tile of it. They'll dig the one little tile. So close. So close. If we could just get through here. I did not say the F word. Donald Trump meme. Let's just end dupes die from tooting too much. Yeah. O2 is going to become no algae. Yeah, I mean we've got O2 production. So I've got this room producing. I really should build a either fix up this room a little bit so I'm getting better production out of it, or build a second one. Because based on the size of the colony, you're right. I actually do consume a little bit more oxygen than. Oh, you know what? We're missing a bed. We need a bed for somebody. I have 12 people, and do I have 12 beds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I have 12. Okay, good. But if we're going to bring in Adam West, we're going to need furniture for him. So let's build a cop proactively. You can stay over there in the corner. Little tiny bit more to go. So close. Oh, finish for me. Miss Arc Fight Club. Bring it back. That was just chaos. That wasn't really even much of a fight club. If you lock the door at the bottom, you won't have any access to fertilizer. To be entirely honest with you, right now, I'm not too worried about fertilizer. You're right, I don't. I mean, this hatch is kind of eating a lot of it right now anyway, but I'm more concerned about all this natural gas building up because it's going to keep building out, like spilling out of here. Oh, they finally dug this out. Oh, I can turn this thing back on now. Nice. And then this will start to get some of that gas under control. Anything above like, I don't know, whatever. That's fine. Anything above that. So we get that taken care of. That'll produce some... Ooh, this isn't running. Oh, right, I turned it off. Haha. Enable. Close, close, close. Just a little segment of wire. Oh, and more up there, too. And we can finally dig into this gas geyser. I've been waiting to get into this thing, like, since forever. Because it took me forever even to find one. What? Caitlin abandoned me for a pool? That's no good. It's no good at all. Babin doesn't need a bed built for him. He probably has one in his belt. He probably does. You're probably right. To the bat bed. We'll have to put a little red telephone next to his bed for him. There's actually still a fair amount of good sandstone here for this guy to eat. So he's still supplying me with small amounts of coal, but not really big amounts. 7. Those are the same priority. Come on, guys. Like, just 3 more sections of wire there and 1 over there, and we'll finally have this line completed. And I'm probably letting in all kinds of crazy cold temperatures. Oh yeah, look at that. Maybe I should have blocked this off. I'll have to deal with that later. I wish you could make like insulated doors. Can I make a door out of abyssalite? Will it? No, it won't give me that choice. Of course it won't. I can make a copper door. It's going to be powered, which is actually kind of a total waste. Cancel that. Let's let the gold in. Chill this whole top area. I've got insulation all along the roof of this thing anyway, so I think we'll be okay. Except for that little spot right there. We can cool the shower gradually out of it. Like 2 little sections of wire. If they finish that, I can find... Aw, come on. Don't go to sleep. Dig. Yeah. Caitlin Roberts is our official news announcer, according to this stream. Ray's trying to deliver fake news to the chat by taking over Caitlin's job as announcer. Do not listen to these fake reports. Dun dun dun. I need like that news noise they have like ahead of time, like the... I don't know what they call it. I'm not even trying to imitate it because my brain's too fried. Oh, we're now past the end of where I wanted to stream, but I'm going to squeeze a few more minutes out of this because if we can just finish this wire, then I can finally dig... you know what? Why am I waiting? Give me a priority 8 on this. Get that finished. And then we can dig in over here. We'll finally get access to this geyser. And then hopefully it doesn't just blow the heck out of my whole colony. Have you shown your electrical wiring and shown how you use your transformers? I would love to know. This colony is not a good example of electrical distribution. I'm going to do another colony where I actually focus on that a little more. And then use that as the basis for a bit of a tutorial because I actually don't have my electricity laid out very well in here. I mean, I've got a few separate grids, but they're kind of scattered. I would actually much prefer that they were more organized so that I can keep tabs on them easier. Right now, I have this one here. That's 1. This is the second one. That's 2. I have this one as a third one. That's 3. And then I have this whole separate one over here. That's 4. And then down below, oh, we got Adam West is coming in. And then down below here we have number 5. So I actually have it broken off into 5 separate areas, but I'm actually not happy with the layout. Let's see. Boy, that's another really wonderful collection of stuff. Flatulence. We can take more farters in. Because we don't have enough problems with gas. We can bring in another one. I kind of feel like doing it just because I feel like that's Adam West, like right there. I'm the doctor. I'm the Time Lord. Funny. Put a pressure switch in water just below the surface. Works great. For what purpose? Oh, you mean for that other that other pump or whatever, for the little door seal? I don't know. I really don't need more flatulence, but I'm going to take it anyway. Adam West. Let's go. All right, we've got Adam West in. We got another farter. I feel like I'm just picking all the bad duplicants now, just on purpose. We're at 188 cycles. We're not going to get to 200 tonight, unfortunately. But this colony will definitely last that long. So we've got all of our wires set up for that. This whole system is ready to go, and food is decayed. That's more food just sitting out. It's not my food, I swear. My food's all refrigerated. Let's get to digging. We can finally get into this gas geyser and see what kind of disaster this will turn into for me. See if we can just blow the lid right off my whole colony. Go, go, Gadget Geyser. Name the next dupe, Kid Wonder. How many Batmans do you need? I've only got one. I've got one Adam West. We didn't pick it. We didn't name another one Adam West. I forgot. And then the one we were going to name, it actually, I had terrible choices, and I didn't pick them. I just rejected them all. Here they go. They're digging in. We're finally getting into this gas geyser. It's about time. Oh, they don't like it very much. Ew, it's hot and it stinks. It's gross. Look at that. Look at that pressure. 161 kilograms. And no, oh, boy, that did not work at all. Let's lock the door. Lock. All right, so it's gonna. We're gonna end up having gas collected in here, but hopefully. No, what are you doing? Oh. Okay, let's just cancel that. Cancel. Get out of there. No, now they're. Now they're cleaning up, because that's what they're gonna do for me. Put this on auto. Priority 9. Thank you very much. All right, now lock it. Nobody go in there. Let's keep the gas in the room. I didn't build that very well. I really should have built this room in a way where the gas would stay inside, but I think because of the pressure, it was coming out regardless. Look at that mess. And they're still not locking the door. Well, let's get this going. So pressure above 1500. Let's crank this down a little bit. We'll do, if it goes to pressure over 1000, then we'll turn on our gas pump, which will send gas through to our little natural gas generators, which are both now working off the one pump, which is good. Producing power. Yeah. Finally. That is a mess. If I ever have to go in here for stuff, you know what? Let's maybe do this the easy way. Let's set this to a 9 and lock it. And they're going to go in the room. Because why wouldn't they go in the room? Of course they're going to go in the room. Yep. Have fun, guys. You just play around in the gas. That's great. Oh, of course. I even set a priority 9. Unlock the door. Come on, get Angel of Darkness out of there. What? Is Angel a narcoleptic? I didn't even realize that. That was bad timing. Okay, now lock. I want to keep this whole system closed in so that nobody has to go in there and do anything. And I have no power. What is going on? Oh, the switch. I get it. So we have 1,900 kilograms out there, and in here we have 279 kilograms. No, 1,900 grams. I have tons of pressure in here. What is going on? Are you kidding me? My atmosphere switch is sitting in the little pocket of low-pressure gas up at the top here. So I have tons of pressure at the bottom. And you know what? Let's just set the let her fly. Forget the atmo switch. Pump it all out. We're gonna do probably a little bit of damage to our natural gas. Guys, is unfortunate because we're gonna grab some polluted oxygen that's in here. But once I get that pumped out, then it will be pure natural gas, hopefully. I just hope that we can get through all this before... Oh, right. I forgot about the polluted water. Huh. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm pumping it out. We're good. Yeah. All right. We're good. This should run and produce power for us for a while now. That's good. Excellent. So, with any luck, I won't have to deal with that. Until it, like, breaks through the walls, and then we have, like, a big natural disaster. But in the meantime, we do have a working power plant now for our colony that doesn't rely on coal, finally. I started this last stream, and then things just kind of went bad to worse toward the end of the stream, and we got totally derailed. But we did finally get our gas production going. I really wanted to keep it contained in this room and not let this room fill up with gas, but unfortunately the way I set the doors up and the amount of pressure that was in here, I think it was kind of inevitable. Unless I had done a water seal, and I just didn't really want to muck around with that in this super cold temperature, but... yeah. Good times. Yeah, I know it's heavier. I just wasn't thinking about that little bit of gas that was in there. But it's okay. I think it's cleared it out. So we have all natural gas in here. Everything is good. For now. Until everything else goes off the rails, everything is good. But nevertheless, we do have our power all set up. We did get that accomplished. I did get the colony back from the brink. We've got a good supply of food. Stress is low again. We have incoming power. We have a constant supply of water so that we have water for our electrolyzers. I am going to need to build more of those because we just simply... I don't think we're producing enough oxygen for the size of my colony. Maybe I'll tackle that next time when we play. But in the meantime, I think our colony is in a relatively good position to leave it for now. I'm going to call a wrap on the stream for tonight. We have a little bit of cleanup work to do next time to do some little tidying things up, get some better oxygen production. I would like to grow some thimbleweed next time so we can produce some snazzy suits, and that will help also with their stress levels because they can run around looking awesome. But I am going to call it a wrap for tonight. I do appreciate everyone that came out to watch the stream and those of you who are engaged in the chat and whatnot as well. I'm sorry if I didn't reply to everything that people are saying. It's a little hard for me to watch the chat that's happening and also play the game at the same time. Won't the slime create more polluted oxygen when you just build up natural gas geyser? No, the pressure that's in there should be fine. It should keep it suppressed. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But thank you everyone for coming to check out the stream. I hope you'll come back and watch some more. If you don't currently subscribe to the channel, then certainly consider clicking on that subscribe button and then click the little bell to make sure you get notifications for when new videos and streams happen. If you do like to chat with people, then we do have a Discord set up so you can chat in there as well. I like to pop in there and chat periodically also. The link for that is down below. Usually after streams, I'll pop in there for a little bit to hang out, and then sometimes in the evenings and stuff, I'll be in there also. But thanks everyone again for watching the stream. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.